Business Foundations for Mums with me, Kate Butcher, is the podcast to listen to if you are a mum who is ready to launch your business, not sure where to start, or wanting to turn that sideline into something more serious. It will be full of practical tips, mindset advice, and inspirational and honest interviews with mums who are juggling business and motherhood, supporting mums in business to turn your dream into a reality. And welcome to today's episode of Business Foundations for Mums. Today it is the Easter holidays. I have got the children at home. I've shut them in the other room with tablets, and I'm hoping they don't disturb me. And I've sent my husband upstairs. So let's see if we can get through our whole podcast without being interrupted. But today I wanted to talk to you specifically about mailing lists. And the amazing potential that mailing lists have to grow your audience, to keep your audience engaged, to sell to your audience. And the reason that this has come up a lot recently, I have given a couple of different talks at networking groups and online to different groups who are interested in starting or growing a mailing list. And it's something that I've been talking about more and more and really started to think about the importance of, again, for my own business as well. So why are mailing lists so important? Not that long ago, from when I'm recording this anyway, obviously it depends on when you're listening, but not that long ago, there was a full outage across Facebook, Instagram, some WhatsApp was affected as well, and it lasted a good 2 or 3 hours, and a lot of people went into panic mode. What happens if Facebook goes down? And what was really funny about that was that the previous day, somebody in a group where I was due to be hosting a workshop about mailing lists had actually posted and said, what if all social media goes down tomorrow? And lo and behold, it did. So if social media was to vanish, if you were to get your account blocked, which is entirely possible, and that doesn't mean that you necessarily will have done anything wrong. I know multiple people who have completely lost an entire Facebook business page or an Instagram account because their account has been hacked, and because therefore they've then lost control of it, or someone has posted something inappropriate on that account, or somebody else has taken control of it and removed them from that. And that has meant that in some instances, they've lost their whole social media audience. And when that happens, you lose access to all of those people who you've been growing and nurturing relationships with. So it's really, really important to try to get some of those people who you have been growing those relationships with to sign up to your mailing list so that you've got another way of accessing those people. The other really important thing about a mailing list is that when somebody gives you their email address, they are allowing you into their world a little bit more. They are therefore a slightly warmer audience. They are somebody who has asked to hear from you. It might be that they've seen you on social media. There are lots of people on social media who might see you popping up, who might like your page for various reasons. It might be that they're interested in what you do. It might be that they were recommended to follow you. It might be that it's popped up in their feed. But those people are quite often a cold audience. You're marketing to people who don't know very much about you, or they may or may not have seen lots of your social media content. But if somebody has given you their email address, that's their way of saying, yes, I want to hear more from you. Now, don't get me wrong. I think all of us have been guilty at some point. I know I certainly have, and I know lots of other people, whenever I ask this question, say the same thing. We've all been guilty at some point of signing up to a mailing list that we have no interest in, just because they've got a really good lead magnet and a really good freebie that they're giving away. And we sign up and we get the freebie and then we unsubscribe. It happens. It'll probably happen to you when you have a mailing list, and it's really not the end of the world. They're not the people who are going to be buying from you longer term, so it really doesn't matter. But in the main, people are giving you their email address because they want to hear more from you. That means that already they are a warmer prospect. They are already somebody who has said that they want to hear more from you, that they are interested in what you are offering. And this is a really good opportunity to market to those people, to give them some kind of recognition and thanks for the fact that they have allowed you into their email inbox, that they have given you their email address. And this is where you can start to reward them. Give them some of your content a little bit before it goes out more publicly on social media. Share things with them a little bit sooner. Maybe send them out some offers. There's all sorts of different things you can do to get them more engaged. But what I'm going to touch on quickly now is some of the statistics around mailing lists. There are some fascinating statistics. Did you know that the average open rate for emails across all industries is generally somewhere a little over 20%? 20% is so much better than the statistics when you look at what your Facebook post reach is getting. When you look at the post reach in comparison to the audience that you have on your Facebook page, then you're reaching probably about 2 or 3% of your Facebook audience with every post that you put out. So 20% already, you're almost 10 timesing that organic reach that you're likely to get from a Facebook post. And to add to that, you're 10 timesing that reach to an audience who you know are people who are interested in hearing from you. So straight away, these are a much better target group to be marketing to. It's evident that the inbox is a space where people are actively engaged, where they are receptive to messages. So it's a really good opportunity. Now, you might be wondering, why does this matter? Well, think about it this way. When someone subscribes to your mailing list, they're giving you permission to enter their personal space. It's a direct line of communication that you have. It's a lot more intimate. It's less fleeting than a social media post. And it's a really good way to open up a two-way conversation as well, because you can always in your emails say to people, feel free to reply to me with an answer to whatever question it might be. Start those conversations going with your potential customers. Having a mailing list isn't just about broadcasting messages, which to some extent is what social media is about. It's about building relationships. It's about engaging your audience. And one really effective strategy that you can use within mailing lists is segmentation. This means that you're dividing your subscribers into smaller, more targeted groups based on their interests, based on their behavior, based on their demographics, and you can send much more personalized and relevant content to the individuals who are signed up to your mailing list. So this doesn't only increase engagement, but it also boosts your open rate and your click-through rates as well. To give you an example of segmentation, if you have a mixed audience in terms of gender, it might be that you have a really good offer that you're going to put out there that would be the perfect gift for a man to buy for a woman on Valentine's Day. So it might be that the product that you're delivering or the service that you're delivering would be ideal for women, but it might be something that would be the perfect gift from a man. We're coming up to Valentine's Day. Well, we're actually not at the moment, but this is the example. So in this example, it could be something that could be really good for Valentine's Day. So you could segment your list and send it out to all of the males on your list, for example. You can find out what the interests of your audience are by asking them when they sign up to tick some boxes about what their interests are. Or it could be that they've come to you through a specific lead magnet, which indicates what their interests might be. I have a client who I've worked with in the past who has two different types of products. They're very similar and they have a similar target market, but they're slightly different products and they appeal to slightly different audiences. So when somebody signs up to a lead magnet related to one of those particular products, then it segments that audience into those who are interested in that one kind of product, whereas the audience who signed up to the other kind of product potentially would be more interested in a different kind of marketing that's more relevant to them. So using that segmentation, which is available, by the way, in a lot of the free software, and my favorite go-to piece of software is MailerLite. You can segment really easily within a free MailerLite account as you're starting and growing your audience. And then obviously, as your audience grows, you might want to upgrade to a paid package, which has more functionality. The other thing that you can do is to have groups. So, for example, to use an example from within my own marketing, when I sell a particular program, a particular course or workshop, immediately when somebody purchases that product, that workshop, they will go into a group that is specifically for people who have signed up for that workshop. And then people in that group will get specific emails which relate to that workshop, where they need to be, what time they need to arrive, asking them to let me know if they have any dietary needs, and so on. So only the people who have actually signed up to be part of that workshop will be part of that group, and only those people will get that specific email. Another key aspect of engaging your audience through email is providing value. Whether that is through informative newsletters, exclusive offers, behind the scenes content, your emails should offer something of value to your subscribers. Remember, the goal is to nurture your relationships with them, not just to sell to them. And a really good opportunity is to potentially give them an offer when they sign up to your mailing list. So they'll get a welcome email or a welcome sequence with a number of emails. And part of that might be that they will get an offer, a discount voucher, something along those lines. Sign up to me within a certain period of time and you will get this particular offer. So now let's talk about email marketing platforms. Many of them are incredibly user-friendly with drag and drop editors and pre-designed templates that make creating beautiful emails an absolute breeze. But one platform that really stands out for me in terms of ease of use is MailerLite. It's really intuitive, it's got really powerful features, and it's perfect for beginners because it is the one that, in my opinion, has the best features within its free package for beginners to use, and quite powerful automations that you can use and sequences that you can put together. So you can create really professional looking emails and campaigns with ease. So finally, let's touch on conversion rates. While conversion rates can vary depending on various factors, such as industry and audience, studies have shown that email marketing consistently outperforms other marketing channels when it comes to conversions. So whether that's driving sales, whether that's generating leads, whether that's increasing website traffic, email continues to deliver really impressive results in relation to the other kinds of marketing that are out there. So if you're interested in setting up an email list with MailerLite or one of the others, I definitely recommend getting a welcome sequence in place through the automations that are available on there. But feel free to reach out to me. I love talking about mailing lists. I love chatting to people about what the capabilities are within their business. So please feel free to chat to me, to message me if you're interested in setting up a mailing list and you want a bit of help with that. So that's all we're going to talk about today. We've explored a load of benefits that you can have from having a mailing list, whether that's higher open rates, whether that's increased engagement, whether that's conversions. But remember, the most important thing, your mailing list is not just a list of email addresses. It's a community who are there, who have said that they want to hear from you, and they are waiting to be nurtured. So thank you so much for tuning in. And I look forward to another fantastic interview on my next episode next week.
Thank you for joining us here at Business Foundations for Mums. You can find all of our episodes, show notes and blog posts at businessfoundationsformums.co.uk, and you can follow us on Instagram or Facebook.